Canada's banks have spent decades pumping cheap credit into housing, inflating a bubble that's likely to leave ordinary Canadians holding the bag. According to a new report, Canada's big six banks are the ones primarily responsible for engineering this debt-fueled bubble. So, what does this actually mean? The report argues that credit expansion is chiefly responsible for skyrocketing home prices. Cheap debt creates an upward spiral in home prices, with banks and governments making it easier to access bigger mortgages. While this is advertised as a way to bring home ownership within reach for ordinary people, it's actually just an easier way for people to take on more debt. Debt terms for mortgages are typically around 25 years. But by 2023, about a third of bank mortgages stretched beyond 30 years. Lower monthly payments over a longer time horizon might sound appealing, but this means that a typical 30-year mortgage results in the home buyer paying 21% more than a 25-year mortgage. As you can see in this case, your total interest is about $100,000 more, and that's just going to the bank. While the homeowner is taking more time to build equity, the bank is just taking that money for profit. And in a lot of cases, your mortgage might not even be owned by the bank. Financial institutions routinely bundle mortgages into mortgage-backed securities, and then they sell them to institutional investors and then proceed to issue more loans. Sound familiar? Together, the big banks, which control most of Canada's mortgages, made over $50 billion in profits last year. This is a system that's meant to enrich banks, not households. So, how would we break this cycle? The government could amend the Bank Act to prevent lending practices that undermine housing rights. Banks could also reform commercial lending criteria to prioritize tenant security and affordability. They could also restrict loans to landlords with histories of displacement or exploitative rent increases. You can read the full article at breachmedia.ca.